up the boxing world? This is Derek Poppy Rolon at Strictly Boxing. I know I've been away from YouTube, man, for a few days, man. I had an anniversary, so my wife made me, I had to be gonna be YouTube or her, so I had to leave y'all alone for a few days, man. I didn't get a chance to talk about the big fight this past weekend, man, with my man O'Shaquie Foster versus Abraham Nova. Abraham Nova put up a really good fight, man. He made it worthwhile fight, and O'Shaquie Foster had to dig deep to get the victory. He was a close fight the whole fight, and O'Shaquie dug deep. He did what a champion's supposed to do, man. He dug in there, and he dropped him in the 12th round. Dropped him in the 12th round to secure the unanimous. No, it wasn't unanimous. It was a split decision. Well, he got the split decision, and he did what a champion supposed to do. He showed himself worthy of being the champ. He fought a worthy opponent, and we're going to see more of Abraham Nova. And in my opinion, Abraham Nova's stock went up. He went up really good. So I wanted to have a chance to talk about that, but that was a good fight that I wanted to talk about, and I didn't get a chance to this weekend. But on the card, there was a young up-and-coming prospect that my man Rajan Pittman from Rajan Pittman Champions, he always told me about this Shushu guy, man, and he was right, man. Yo, Shushu Harrington, Shushu Harrington, Shushu could fight, man. That young kid could fight, man. He was sharp, he was strong. Everything Rajan said, he was right about that kid. But that young kid could fight, man. And Shushu Hamilton, you're going to hear a lot from him, man. He came up, he knocked somebody out in the 4th round, and he did really good, and he was very impressive for a young up-and-coming fighter. Going to hear a lot from him. All right, now, I'm a little excited about so many fights that we have going on right now. I mean, if you are a fight fan, then you are really, really going to be happy these next few months, man. We got a lot of good fights coming up. We got a lot of scheduled fights that's going to happen. It's not just talking. They're not just talking boxing. They're just not saying, I want to fight, and why they not fighting, you know that? And some of the fights, man, is big ones, you know? So we got on March 2nd, we got a championship bout. March 2nd, Alberto Lopez versus Alba, I believe it is, IBF featherweight title. That's going to be a good fight on the same card. Homatov versus Raymond Ford on the same card, March 2nd. March 2nd. The fights is like every week. So every week we're going to have some good boxing. So this is good for boxing fans. It's good for boxing, fellas and ladies. On the same night, different fight card, March 2nd, Amanda Serrano is defending her title against Nina Malinki. I hope I say the name right. I'm sorry if I don't. For the IBF WBO and WBA featherweight women's boxing title. So that right there, I like Serrano. Serrano's coming back from her last fight. On the same card, so it's a WBO junior flyweight title. Jonathan Gonzalez is fighting Renee Santiago. And I believe that's with the Serrano thing, I think that's that Jay Paul fight card, or however that go. He might be fighting. I really don't be following the Jay Paul dude, but you know, Serrano, I'm a fan of hers, and she's a good fighter, and I'm gonna follow her fight. So I'm gonna look at her fights. Okay, that's on March 2nd. So two fight cards, March 2nd. We go back and forth on our channels, or we record one, whatever we do. March 8th. Okay, March 8th fights is going to be in Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia, you know my man Francis Ngannou. You know, when he fought Fury, he made himself valuable, man. He put up a performance, and now he's getting fights. So he's going to fight Anthony Joshua in Saudi Arabia on March 8th. And on the same card, Joe Parker is fighting for WBO interimship heavyweight title against Is he host? I can't say his name. It's a Chinese name. Zhang. Let's call him Zhang. But he's a heavyweight. And Joe Parker will be fighting for 12 rounds for his title on March 8th in Saudi Arabia. Uh, Fights every week. This is why I like this right here, man. Another up and coming prospect that I like, Floyd Schofield. Now, Floyd Schofield, he's an up and coming one like my man I just was talking about, Shushu. I like the future of boxing is these young guys they're coming in shape and they're fighting. And these guys are not the up and coming guys that you see fighting bum guys. They're fighting guys on their level. And I'm loving that because Floyd Schofield, he's fighting 10 rounds on March 16th, up and coming prospect. And he's from Jersey City, New Jersey. Okay? He got a real interesting story, man. You get a chance, man, check out his story, man. Raised with his father, and he's a good fighter, got involved in boxing, and you're going to be impressed with him. He's fighting on the same card, William Cepeda versus Maxon Hughes. Maxon Hughes and William Cepeda is fighting for the IBF WBA lightweight elimination bout. So the winner will be fighting for a world title. And that's going to be something to see. Man, these fights is coming up. Okay? You got Richard Hitchens is coming back. Richardson Hitchens is coming back. He fights in Las Vegas on April 6th. I don't remember. It doesn't tell me who he's fighting, but Richard Hitchens is returning to the ring. He's fighting again. But I'm going to tell you the fight I'm looking forward to, the entire fight card that I'm looking forward to. Haven't seen a fight card this good in a long time. On March the 30th, Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman. This is going to be a big card. It's 4 championship titles at one time. Tim Tszyu is fighting for the WBO junior middleweight title against Keith Thurman. Rolly Romero is versus Isaac Cruz for the WBA junior welterweight title. Lara versus Zerava fighting for the middleweight WBA title. And Fondora and Bahacek, I hope I said that right, is fighting for the vacant WBC junior middleweight title. That's March 30th. March 30th, we got a fight card with 4 championship bouts at one time. That's going to be something nice for us to see. Boxing, man, it's finally happening. I mean, it's happening. The fight is happening. I'll tell you the fight that I'm also looking forward to right after that March 30th fight card. That March 30th fight card is going to be a good fight card. But this is the really big bout that I want to talk about. April 20th, 2024. Devin the Dream Haney, WBC junior welterweight champion, is going to fight Ryan Garcia. Now this is going to be a serious fight. I'm not sure what made Devin Haney pick this fight right here. I mean, there was other opponents he could have picked, but Ryan Garcia ain't no joke. Ryan Garcia, in my book, I hear a lot of podcasts saying Ryan is an easy fight. I hear a lot of people talking like that, but I'm not believing of that. Now here's funny. Here's the funny thing, right? Now, people, Devin Haney team, Bill Haney, they said that Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney is 3-3 in the amateurs. So Bill says it, and it goes around. So I did an interview the other day with Wally Moses, Shakur's trainer, and he told me that they're more like 5-3 with Garcia having the upper hand with 5. he said there was, and he trained Devin Haney in the amateurs and in some of the national tournaments and the world titles and stuff. So he said that in his recollection, Garcia is up 5-3 against Haney. Okay, so, but Haney has improved a great amount, and I think so did Garcia. So this is going to be the fight to see. This fight is April 20th. Devin the Dream Haney versus Ryan Garcia. I will be doing predictions. I'm not sure exactly who I'm taking yet, but I'm gonna tell you something. When Tank first started coming out, he started beating a lot of people. I thought he was a fluke. He started losing some fights and coming back and not losing the fight, but he'd be behind in the fights, and he always came back and knocked the opponent out. So it took me a moment to say, okay, you know what? Gervonta Davis is that dude. Gervonta Davis is that dude. So when he stopped Santa Cruz, I mean the fight with him and Isaac Cruz was like that was back and forth like that. But for him to do what he did against Santa Cruz, man, I said, you know what? He got me. Okay, he convinced me Gervonta Davis is that dude. Now, I don't think that much of Devin Haney. I haven't thought that much of him for a while. However, his last fight, he looked phenomenal. He looked really, really good. He fought very hard. He fought like a perfect fighter against Regis Prograis. But again, I spoke to my man Wally about that. What do you thought about that? He said, man, that Prograis wasn't even on Devin Haney level, didn't have no reason to be in the ring with him, and beating him wasn't nothing for Haney to brag about. So I went with that. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll let you guys know. This is going to surprise some of the fans or friends of mine that knows I'm not really an easy fan to win over. However, if Devin the Dream Haney can beat Ryan Garcia, if he can beat Ryan Garcia and beat him good, decisively, really beat him, he got me. I'm going to say he that dude. I'm going to stop debating with all of my constituents, with my friends, and let them know, all right, Devin Haney is that dude. Because he hasn't proven himself to me yet. I got to see him against somebody like a Ryan Garcia to convince me. All right? Now, I'll be convinced if he does that. I did tell you guys that after that fight, a week later, is another fight. These fights keep coming. Because there's a fight, the overseas fight, though. I think it's in the UK or somewhere overseas. Josh Taylor is fighting Jack Catero. Now, that's a rematch fight. They fought for the title. Josh Taylor beat him, but it was a controversial decision. And many, many people think that Jack won that fight. Well, Jack, his crew, Catero's group, said that they're going to beat Josh Taylor on April 27th. This is the boxing world, man. People are signing. I got dates for Canelo, but we ain't got an opponent yet. They said it was the 4th of, is it May 4th? I think Canelo got a fight coming up, and but he don't know who the opponent is yet. I keep checking to see if it's going to be Benavidez. But it ain't popping up. It ain't Benavidez. I see some podcasts saying Benavidez gonna fight Canelo. Then I do my research and I can't find it. I don't know where they just saying that stuff at, but it ain't nothing signed that Canelo got an opponent. There is a date though for May 4th. All right. Now this is strictly boxing with Derek Poppy Rolon. Okay. Please like the channel. Hit the thumb. Please. Like the video. Hit the thumb. All right? Please hit the video. All right, like the video. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I would appreciate it if you subscribe so you can get the videos and be notified when we have other videos. This is Derek Poppy Roland at Strictly Boxing. Peace.